Greetings, everyone. This is Dr. Chef, originally known as Dr. Felicia Ann. It's time. I just got a chance to come in a little earlier today. For those of you all that have made it to Wellness Healthy Wednesday. Yes, yes, yes. I had to change up a little bit because I noticed this Wednesday has become quite full ever since we have those who are considering this as getting through the hump day. I'm not going to be before you all long. This is your time, your Q&A time. Thank you for whoever tuned in. Please like and share. This is your Q&A time. This is your hour for healthy power. How about that? And so I'm going to try my best to make sure that you all get a chance to get in your questions today. I'm going to update you for the springtime wellness session for you all. Hey, that's Diane. It's good to see you. So good to see you. Please send my greetings to the family. I was trying to get myself together. As you guys see, the weather has changed. That's why I'm all ruffled up. It was really nice the past 2 days. It really looked like springtime, y'all, here in Missouri. However, if you have never been here and you don't know anything about this state, this is a state where you never know what you're going to get with weather. And so, either way, I do my best to dress appropriately no matter what, because when you add on, you can always take off. But it went from feeling like 70, 80 degrees the last 2 days to literally temperature dropping to 50, 40, and what high winds. And so that's where we are now. And the reason why, once again, on this Healthy Wednesday with me, Dr. Chef, the reason why I make sure that I mention the weather is because, as you know, just in case you ought to know, yes, I'm diving right in. Your body temperature determines how well your body will be able to maintain having a adverse reaction to what's going on in the atmosphere when you have a precondition that is considered a diagnosis of some type of illness, or either when it's chemtrails and other things that's flying in the air that now we all know that's available. Everybody knows it now. You can go online. It's not something to dispute. We know that we live in a climate in an area, for the most part, in most parts of this world, where the air quality is not as great as it should be. And that's for many reasons. But the number one thing that we are coming across more and more each day, and I've been doing a lot of homework, I'm going to wind up having some segments, you all, on the different information that I've come across that I deem to be information. And some say that, when we come over this platform, that we have to say for entertainment purposes, in order for it not to be as taken as factual. However you make out of it what you will, is what I would say, because I'm not here to convince. I'm just here to share healthy information with you and to give some updates on the findings that I find that I have noticed that can be seen as being not so healthy for our people today, and for those of you all that may tune in. So please like and share. I know this has been a different time zone because, once again, I have been working outside of this platform. It's not an event thing for me. I do as much work as I can daily to make sure that I don't have to continue going through price gouging and changing a lot of prices for my services, or the amount of donations that we need. As you all know, we didn't get the books out right away because there was more and more information coming through, and then there were family emergencies as well with that. And then, more importantly, we realized that there was a lot of more information, accurate information, that we found for this year that would be very, very, very informational and helpful for those who are still readers. Once we leached off the cookbook and the other books. So trying to catch that so-called holiday seasonal time, the end of last year, I'm not ashamed to say that it just wasn't the wisest time. For sales, yes, it would have been the wisest time. So, of course, we wanted to get it into as many hands as possible. However, when it comes down to the information that we noticed that wasn't in other cookbooks and it wasn't in any other healthy books that we have noticed, it was best to wait to this year to home in and to make sure that that information was properly placed within the writings that we were going to have in our books or that we are going to have in ours. And so for that cause, just trust the process. That's all I can say. And if you don't want to trust the process, then you'll see it then when it come through. As for your access to your testing and things of that nature, that is still available for you all when you call in for your consultation. Now there's only one set fee. I just shared this on Motivational Monday. And so you all get the update for sure here on Wellness Wednesday that there'll be one fee. There will not be multiple different fees for your services as far as those you all that wanted to come in for your uh, wellness checkups, updates, and wellness concerns. For whatever conditions under the sun, whether it be the sea, whether it be from side effects from the jab, whether it be for depression, anxiety, arthritis, high blood pressure, you name it, that's what I tackle. And so, with that being said, that I do not know, I don't mind giving referrals. I don't mind letting you know that okay, this is something that we have to give you more, do more findings on that. Would best fit you and your family member as far as you going the natural way of trying to heal the mind, body, and your whole soul. So remember the number. I didn't put it in just yet because I wanted to make sure that I got in first. So I'm going to type in here until you guys think of questions because this is your Q&A Wednesday. I'm back to it, you all. My days, once again, have been taken up from private uh, wellness services that I was providing for another place. And it let me see what's still going on, you all, in this so-called wellness industry. However, I take everything as an experience, and I see nothing has changed. Matter of fact, I see it as getting worse. And so I'm so glad that I don't have to read about that or have to look up on a chat to see that or have to pull information from anybody else's resources. I've seen it with my own eyes and I'm experiencing with my own eyes in my own time. When you work with these different agencies and private institutions of wellness, that if the person is in a terminal illness, a place of illness, and then even when they're not, it is a lot, you all. And my heart really does go out for those you all that have to still go through the death care industry, is what I call it. Um, that's not getting the proper wellness services that you need in order to make the improvements that you could make. And so that's critical. I spent, like I stated, I spent over 30 some years, most of my life, working with those, my first family, myself, and others that had extended, where we was able to see the extension, even with us not having as much me, not having as much knowledge as I have accumulated over time, and still a student of wellness, still a student of still learning, and proud to be learning, happy to be able to still have open mind to search out and do the homework to find out what's good and what's not for you all. That is my drive. My brain operates that way. My spirit operates that way, where I like to find the good things. And so when I find the good things, and more importantly, to the people that are willing to share those good things that's good, that we find to be more good for you all than not, I like to share that too. I'm not content with it just being good for me. Just like I wouldn't be content with saying that I'm in a place where it's so much more greater and you all are not. I have sense enough to know that in this world that we live in, that everyone cannot make the same moves. Everyone cannot do the same thing. We all have different plights in life. And when you know what your purpose and your plights are in life, there's nothing or no one that can change that for you but you. And so I like to be an influencer of those, like I've shared with some that I have worked with this past year and this year as well, as explaining to them, look, it doesn't matter where we go in this world. Understand that wherever you go, you are taking you with you. You're taking you with you. I don't have time to focus on the stars. I don't so-called stars and other famous people. I don't have time, idle time to do that, even in the name of making money or using it for entertainment personal purposes, just to give more things to you all. To me, that's not it's not a lot of integrity in that for me and many others that I work with. We don't have the time. We know that we, as the common people, are the most of that fulfills this world. And so when I come before you all to share this information, that's what I'm tackling in due time. Sometimes, depending on how you want to utilize your funds. I know I don't believe that I should utilize my funds to go into this system to where they could take and say monitor me more, block more. As you all know, as of last year and the year before, I already had a few things that were taken down due to wordings of not saying consult your medical or your practitioner. Let me say that, consult your practitioner for whatever information that I share with you all on this Healthy Wednesday. Make sure you follow up with them, and that means you can also follow up with me and call in to your 618 8100 6183 number. I'm gonna put that in the chat, and also going to share that once again reiterate the springtime update and services that I will be providing will include your wellness session, finding for those you all that call in that want the best top of the line, and I mean the best top of the line vitamins, minerals, some foods, oils, things that you need, hair products, skincare, you name it. Have access to it now. And whatever I don't have, I can find. And so you can call me. You know how we all got Uber Eats out now. People, getting their Uber Eats on, or you go online and you may call in for someone. Well, actually, we don't even have anyone doing that. So I guess that's going to be a new service as long as we have the internet where you can call in. I'm your one-stop shop right now, wellness, healthy customer service person at this point. That's how it is for whatever you need for your conditions and what you're looking for. I'm not 9 times 10 now at this point. I'm able to find it. It may be only a few things that I can't get help to, but I doubt it if that comes across too much. And just the greatest part that I'm happy with and really content with is and really have peace of mind about is just the one flat fee. That the range, depending on if you have one thing that needs to be done, it can range anywhere from $25 to $100 for the service, and that still means not just you. That also includes family as well. And so you can't beat that. I don't know anyone else that's doing that where they are willing to find your products for you and then, or whatever you need for your specific needs or for your loved one needs, and then make sure that that's into you. And then the other great part is that I've decided to deliberately look for the best top brand things with free shipping and handling for most of your products now. I'm gonna say it again. I can't promise that for everything because, as you know, there are some good things that are not available as much to some for some, unfortunately, for a lot of us. And I have access to that now too. And so I know we live in this time where when you come across this platform, everybody likes to see the commercial and all the pop-ups. These things you cannot commercialize and pop up. There are guidelines, unfortunately, to those who have access, like doctors and other wellness practitioners, that I guess because of supplies and demand, that we're not allowed to do that. And you literally have to go online. You literally have to be licensed to get access to some of these things, and they're not making it open for the entire public for some of these things. It's no different from when you go into a place where a boutique or an exclusive place, and you see, yeah, like how they have for the others that are well off, where you may not see that store in all of these other places. Well, I found out last year, and I always knew it, but I didn't overly focus on it. But we have that for your wellness products too, for your top of the line wellness products. Everybody isn't online, you all, because of supplies and demand. So they make it open for a few practitioners, a few that are serious about it, the few that won't take advantage of the people, but that will conduct the business, the wellness business, with much integrity. You won't be able to do with what you guys seen the past few years where you fluctuate all the prices. No, the only fluctuation will be when something is on sale. That's it. But you can't, they will not allow you to price gouge. It will not allow you to use someone else as a reason to have something costing $20 one minute, then the next week is $50. The integrity is different, and I like it. Because that helps us to know that you're dealing with wellness practitioners and coaches that are not just in this just for money and business. The way that I'm doing this, no, it does not leave me in a position where I'm collecting a lot of dividends for it, even though that would be okay if I was able to, or if I wanted to, because I'm providing a service. However, that was not my reason for being able to do this. I just want the good stuff for you all. I want the best. I can't stress that enough. And so when you call in at the 618 388 8100, and for those of you all that are already clients that I see this tuning in, you already have the 314 number. You have the direct line. Utilize that as you're texting. And then for the emailing as well, I do have the Dr. Chef. I'm gonna put that in. Actually, that's in your YouTube channel. When you look in the YouTube channel, you all will see that I have the information in there when I end this chat. And so, yeah, already you all, I did too. I also came across this water that I'd like to share with you all on this Wellness Wednesday. This is one of the top best grades that I'm recently coming across. It's been out for a while, and let me not drop it. It's been out for a while. It's in a glass bottle. I know you guys can see that. Sarah, take a screenshot of that if you can. And yes, it's still, but it's also considered a natural spring water. We don't have any bad reports at this time concerning this water that I know of. More importantly, me drinking on this, me utilizing this now. I say I've been consuming this for the past month. Well, since November. So smooth, so hydrating. Unlike some of the other waters that at once that I've shared that were taste smooth and nice. Now I notice the more they put it out. Now when I drank them, the others that I had shared a few years back on here, all of a sudden now my throat feel more drier. Now I do take my own vitamins, my B complexes, my multivitamins, which we have access to top of the line, best grades of those as well, you all. And they come shipped straight to you. It doesn't come to me. They come straight to you from the actual companies. Um, this water is the same. I believe you can order online. If not, here we have a grocery store called Deerberg's. and they don't, it's not considered a wellness grocery store. However, it has a few things in there that on the Yuka app, which I'm going to share that with you all. Please get your questions ready because I'm not going to be before you all long. I'm trying to do better this year, like I told you all, and not drag out the time, even though it is the time. And I also don't want to do it because I have more work to do. When I get off, I have to ask questions and answer the phone as well for those who call in. Please take advantage of it because I don't know how long we're going to be able to do this, you all, because I'm getting other reports that some things are going to be changing for us, this net and what information we can provide. So we want to take advantage of the services now. Okay. So I'm going to share the app. If you all don't have it, please download your app. This is one of the best apps. Yes, it doesn't. Now, the only thing I don't like, but I think they do have one, that when there is new products that's online, if it hasn't gone through, I guess, certain tests or certain surveys, or if it's too new, it may not pick up that. However, your most common products that you all come across in the grocery stores and things of that nature, you can. It's called the Yuka app. You all want to look that up. It's been around for a long time. I'm going to show you from here so you all can see. This is, can you see this? This app, I'm going to see, can I get the foods right here? Hold on. I'm going to see if I can show. Okay, you see how the food is showing there on the side? Yeah. See if you guys can see that. You see how it's got a scan bar right there, where the scan bar allows you all to be able to scan the back of the bar of the product. And so when I press that scan bar on the Yuka app, I'm going to try to demonstrate here. See that right there? See how it takes a picture of whatever's there? Now I'm going to put this bottle in front of it with the scanner on there and see what that works. Because it was trying to process the fact that I had it in front of the computer. Okay. And let's see, can I get it here? It's saying I'm offline. I'm trying to see why. Hold on. Let me see. Can I get us online? You all get your questions prepared. I see now. It's telling me I'm offline. I'm trying to figure out why. Give me a moment here. How you all been doing today? Everybody's tuned in. Would you like to share? Let me see. Um, Make sure I want to try to see what it's saying that was offline. Let's go into these settings. Anyway, this app is spelled Yuka. It has a caret on it. I've shared this before, but just in case there's someone that tunes in or that you may share with it, have not heard of it, because I'm still, even when I go into certain places and I see people struggling and trying to read labels, if I think it's an item, I'll share this app with them, or they'll see me scanning. And then I'll just say, would you like to know whether or not this is good products? And seeing it, people are very gracious so far. I'm like, sure. Or I haven't heard of that. And so that's how I know a lot of people are still not aware of this app. So I'm going to do it again. Let's see if it can scan that again. It's still saying they're not offline, and I'm trying to figure out why. Hold on. Huh. If you have any questions, this is your time while I'm looking for this Yuka app scanner for you, because I wanted to show you all. Oh, it is off. I didn't know it was off. Okay. There you go. We got it, y'all. All this time. How you all been feeling? Everyone that's tuned in, how you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling? Let's see here. Let's see if this will work now, you all. Let's see if it's going to do what it do. Nope, it's still saying offline. I wonder if there's a connection issue here, because that's odd. I'm not used to that. Well, you all get the idea. I just showed you some few products. I'm not going to fool with that for the sake of time. What I'm because it's still saying it's offline, and I don't know what happened. Everything went quiet. I don't know. The weather is not looking so hot out here today. It is, like I said, it's cold. And so I don't know if maybe they're having some connection issues. But I have my own service through my own phone, so I'm still not knowing why it wasn't connecting. However, I don't want that to be a distraction. You all got the idea of it. And like I said, it's got a carrot on there. It's spelled Yuka. Download that app on your phone when you can. And you can use that as your scanner, and at least it scans at least 80% of the different foods. If you do not shop at farmers markets, now is the time. It's springtime, you all. A lot of the farmer markets, this is the farming time where we're planting certain foods, but at the same time, it's also the time that once the weather gets nice in most states, that you all can get some fresh, all natural, homegrown, non genetically modified foods. So I say take it full advantage. I've been saying this for years now. You all know. I'm gonna keep saying it every Wellness Wednesday, every Healthy Wellness Wednesday. I'm gonna say it. You need to find out, even if it's 20, 30 minutes away. Those you all that's mobile. You know how we send people to the store for us. When you want certain things, that's what we have to do with our food, you all. For those you all that don't have your own garden and you don't have um, access to a community place a community garden where you can get food. Sometimes, believe it or not, even some pantries, if it's not beneath some you all, even some pantries are now giving away certain all natural foods because, as you all know, the chef life is usually not as long. So you all want to check around, call around in your state and find out who gives away the all natural organic foods in your local area. I don't know about you all, but I don't mind traveling when I can if it's certain foods that I want. And that's the reason why I narrow down what I eat. I still do practice the how to eat to live regimen of the one meal a day, especially if there is especially when I'm in a position where I have to work lots of hours with clients. That one meal a day, you all really does help me. And you want to make sure that that's a wholesome one meal a day. If you are doing mono fasting, I want to address that again. You want to make sure that you are taking in certain fruits and vegetation. Make sure that that is the fruits and vegetation that agrees with your body, your system. How do you find that out? If someone want to ask the question, I'm gonna keep talking, you guys, so we can utilize this time until I see a question pop up. I am able to see your questions. Then that means then we need to find out what is your blood type. Yes, I do believe in us paying attention, and it's been very vital that we know our blood types. If it wasn't so, for those of us who have been in and out of the hospital, or they get your annual or your semi-annual checkups, your blood type would not be in records or on file if it wasn't important. All of your nutrient travels through the body to keep the body nourished in your bones through your blood. And somebody's, well, the type is a flukes, whatever. I'm going to say it again. Look, let me take off these little glasses for you. Let me say this so you see my eyes. Whatever. Find out your blood type. If you can't, then I'm able to order those tests for you and have that sent straight to your door. And it wouldn't be no more than $20 for you sending those funds. For those you all that don't want to do that and go through the process, you're having struggles with finding out on your own. That's not a high price to pay in order for you to be able to get your blood type. That's important. Do I 100% go by the how to eat right according to your blood type? No. There's nothing that I'm finding today that I finding within the past 30 plus years of paying closely attention, each year getting more and more intense as far as the information and knowledge that I'm accumulating, that we can 100% do just because of the atmosphere, just because they're changing stuff every day, just because they are going against mother nature and they're not being kind in most parts of the world. From what we can see and what we can tell, we're not being kind to the earth. And so when you don't be kind to where you come from those of us who are from here, let me say that. Yeah, I said it. For those of us who are from the planet Earth, you just like you have to keep up your own home and your own space, your own body, your own mind. When you do not do that well, just understand that that does affect your living, that affects your thinking, that affects your overall well-being. And so when that happens, then you have to know that that means that something is going to be unbalanced. And that's where I come into play. And that's where I believe that knowing your blood type just as well as your the symptoms and the things that affects your DNA line, where if you want more accuracy, then that's where testing come into play. Can we trust all testing? Absolutely not. Once again, nothing is 100%. But I don't know about you all, but I know that if I can even find out 80% of what is going on in my mind, my body, my soul, I want to know the 80. I want to know the 90. As we like to say, no one knows it all. And we're still learning ourselves day by day. And then the fact that we know that we have entities and adversaries that lurks about in this world that's making it more and more difficult each day that we go. That means that we have to take full advantage of learning ourselves if you still want to live as much as you can and as well as you can while on this earth. So that is my statement. I have not seen the questionnaires come in. I'm not going to wait or waste any of you all's time. It's 7 o'clock. I will allow some more time. I started at 6:30. Like I said, I am trying to do better for 2026 as far as the time is concerned because I'm forced to. I have more work to do, and not just studying. And so, once again, this Wellness Wednesday is me coming back. Thank you for the hearts. I love hearts. This is me coming back to you all to let you all know that I am fine. I've made it through the process. I went on cleanse myself for this week. I even with my thyroid, you all, due to stress, you guys to see, not puffiness anymore because the stress factor was a major the past few years actually going through the process that was I got to a place where my timing was fluctuating with when I ate, how I ate, and then the stress of kind of getting used to all of the different changes in my life. It started to affect my thyroids, and now as you will see, if you look at past some of my past pictures versus now is gone down. And so I'm happy. Hey, greetings. How are you? Thank you so much. Kyola, is it Kyola Perry? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I hope that you're well too. This is your questionnaire time, you all. I'm going to give it about 15 more minutes, depending on the questions come through. This is your Q&A for your Healthy Wednesday with me, Dr. Chef. And once again, the updated information that you all have is that there's only one donation fee for all your services now. And it depends on what you want me to be able to order for you all. I look forward to being able to do that. Kaola, like the bear. Oh, I love it. I love it. I wish I knew what it meant. I like to look it up. I know. I wish I knew. I love different names. Okay, okay. But yes, I have, so yeah, so even I had to practice what I teach because I'm showing this to you all because I had to increase with my B complex at the top of the brand of the B complex. So yes, eating 1 meal a day and um, even having access to clean, pure water and all that. I often say it, you all, because now I know it more than I ever have before in my life. Stress is the number one imbalancer of your wellness, in of your well-being. When you're stressed, and then especially when you have a heart like mine, where you want to see everybody healthy and well, that are meant to be here for good cause and good purposes in life, you know, you get concerned. And then, if in my case, like others, you've lost loved ones within the past 5 years that were near and dear to your heart, that stress of just missing loved ones, that can take a toll on you. It did on me. And I'm now at a place to where I can stop because I know there's many that were experiencing the same. My job, this passion and this calling for me and me being chosen to do this, like I've said many times before, started as a little girl. And it just enhanced as time went by. Is the more and more I educated myself through self study and through learning from the wellness industry and also from colleagues and mentors. Woo! And then now, what I'm able to collaborate with and find out through webinars and through Zoom calls and meetings with other colleagues. My goodness, it's true. You'll never know it all. You never know it all. But I'm willing to try to know all that I can, and then share that with you all because it's so important. Because it is true that what we don't know can hurt you. What you don't know about yourself, that means you can hurt you and not know it. If you didn't know that you should have a cutoff time for mourning, even though for the sake of compassion and empathy, we say, well, there's no set time for you to mourn the passing of loved ones. Well, your body will tell you. No, I'm a living witness now. Your body will tell you. When my mother transitioned in 22, and then my daughter, well, my mom transitioned in 21, and then my daughter, yeah, 21. Oh, that time gone by already, you all. And then my daughter, the end of 22. I was like, okay, I've told this story before. I'm not gonna go on too much longer. Okay, yay! I got a question in the house, y'all. Yay! Let's give Miss Perry. I had cloud. Okay, I've been prayer and fasting, and it's helped with the eczema. Yeah, to go away. Yes, I can say thank you for that statement. Yes, you all are able to share your testimonies and your statements as well for this Healthy Wednesday. So thank you so much, Terry, for that. And you all, hey, and if nobody else has, you can bring it on. There's no limit to how many questions you can ask or statements that is along the line of wellness that you can ask, okay? And that also includes stress and mental health and anxiety issues that yourself, loved ones, friends, or anyone that you know that may not be here that have questions, then I answer those to the best of my ability as well. Okay. Okay. Now here we go. We're on the road. Go, Miss Perry's on the road. Okay. I've been in prayer and fasting, and it helps with eczema. I can see that because that's the body going through a cleansing process, making sure that you extra fluids. Any other tips? Absolutely. The type of ointments that you use on the body is what I'm learning and seeing that helps depending on your skin type. But the type of fluids, the best pure water that you can get. I shared this earlier. I don't know if you saw this, Miss Perry, and correct me if you're a girl, a woman, or male, because I know sometimes we got unisex names. So correct me if you are a female or woman, rather. Um, yes, that's what I thought. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. This Saratoga. It's been around for a long time. One of the purest waters that I've found. If you don't have a good ion filter system, water filter system, um, that's one of the good waters that you can utilize. That helps with. Remember, your body when you're fluid, your body is 70 to 80% of fluids, water. And so that means just like when you put in a glass of water, the cup, our skin is like the cup. Remember, whatever you put in it, that's what comes out. That's what pours out. So eczema is akin to that. It shows you what's in it when it starts to release anything that's chemical based or that's toxic to the body, and then it starts to itch or to irritate or leave scabs or some type of rash of some sort. And then that's what lets you know what's in your body. And so what you want to do is make sure that first and foremost, the most basic that we forget about, clean water, the most cleanest water you can get your hands on, or at least a good filter system. That's a great investment, because the one thing that we found that we can't go long without, depending on the person, anywhere from 3 to 30 days, is water. You need this to live by, because so you can add nutrients in the water, whether it's good protein shake. Notice you can add anything in water, just like we do every day with our foods and our minerals that we take. But what we cannot do is go without um, pure water without getting sick or it showing up in the skin. So I'm gonna start with this, and then making sure that you are balanced out with your vitamin E and vitamin D3, K2. A real good brand, not an over. I don't recommend. Let me say it like that. I'm on live, y'all, so you know how it goes. When you don't consult your physician, whether it be your holistic, whether it be what you have, use your own mind and your own brain and your own common sense to know what sounds correct for you. Vitamin D3, K2, and your vitamin E, vitamin C helps with the boosting of the immune system. And so when the body sweats, you're it's fighting against anything that's set there that's infection. And one of the number ones for us as women is the yeast. The yeast spores in your breads, the yeast that may be in any of your other soft goods, even if you're doing fried food still, even with your vegan junk food, donuts, cookies, all that yeast. It has to have a place to release. And what we often forget is that our skin is the biggest pore, it's the biggest outlet that we have on our bodies. So just for tips, that is what I'm going to say, be mindful of. If you find that that's not helpful enough to you, we do have ointments. I do have access to ointments and things that you need. And then you can also call in. I'm going to put the number in the chat. You can call in to place an order of some of the best ointments and things that I have and recommendations for eczema. One of them also that I have is access to is Diet to Make the Earth. If you haven't heard of it, it's been around forever. It comes in a plant-based form, and it also comes in a food grade form. Some people, it varies. You sprinkle that on some of your food. And yes, it comes in different pounds, only less than a teaspoon. It lasts very long. It helps to kill out to alleviate parasites and things that can make the skin itch. If you have shea butter or coconut oil, different things, you can sprinkle a little bit of that in there and rub it across the skin when you have eczema and other things going on here, and you can consume it. You can sprinkle it on your food. It has no taste. That's the reason why the plant-based form they use in gardening to sprinkle to kill off extra parasites and to purify your food. It's like a beautiful crystallization that makes the food feel pure. You also will find it in hair products, skin products, all over. You just probably haven't never paid close attention to the ingredients to see that it's in there, especially for your natural care products. So I do have access to that, and I can ship those the dietary mixture herbs in whatever size you want. If you call in to the 1-800 number, if you call or via text into the 618-388-8100, at that time you will receive another number for your brief consultation if you have any other questions or concern, or if you want a certain size, and that way we get your information from that point. I also accept all forms of payments now. We're able to do that, even some forms of your insurances. If you have health coverage insurance cards, I also receive that now. I'm able to do that now as well. So that's still available for you all. I'm going to put this information in. And just in case you didn't hear Perry, Miss Perry, I have it set for springtime, and I'd like to continue it on for the rest of the year to where it's only one service fee. Then that automatically includes your consultation and the services that I'm providing for finding what it is that you need for your particular condition. I don't know anyone else that's doing that now. They separate it because you get paid more. Not in this where I like for it to be convenient for you all and affordable as much as possible, because I like for most of your funds when you call in for health concerns to go towards what you need for your body. These products that I have access to now is not my brand. They are top of the line brands that I highly recommend over mine. So that's the reason why I have decided to go that route. And yes, it's a deduction in what I'm able to make. But my greatest concern is always that you all are getting the best of the best, just like I like to receive the best of the best for any conditions and health concerns that I may have for myself or my family. Okay? Here we go. Any more questions? Okay, I'm going to put that in there. Okay, this is a good one. Yes, so true. Great. Thank you for that. You're very, very welcome. Please like and share for this session. No more questions. Okay, thank you. No, you're fine. Thank you so much for tuning in. You made it not be we're wasting any time. However, I know that different ones have to get used to me coming back on Wellness Wednesday because my schedule did change for the private care that I provide for other clients. Was not able to come before you all like I wanted to on the regular. This is once again, this this is not my first dream of way of living. It is my third, and so I do this to just open up services, wellness services for you all that are not here in town. It's Tara's. Hey, how you doing, hon? How's everything going? Shalom. How's everything going? I'm glad you let me know that it's you. How's your mom doing? Thank you so much. You have any question, go ahead and bring it on. I know you're gonna bring it. You can bring it home. And yes, today your shipment goes out today as well. Everything went through just fine. I was just sharing about the diatomaceous herbs as well. That would be helpful to add that into a cream or oil or a source. Even for foot fungal and all different types of things you can use that for, in my experience. I have not received any complaints from anyone when they utilize it, and you get a really good natural grade of it because it's in all different types of products that you all just never really probably had a chance to pay attention to or knew to pay attention to, that being one of the most best, purest forms of powder and fibers that's used, that's good with purifying your food, the body, and the earth. That's why they call it dimension earth. And as we know, we come from, for those of us who's tuning in, I believe we come from the earth. Some of us say we come from a planet where there's an earth there too. They just don't call it earth, okay? Okay, yep. So I will be before you guys about another 10 minutes. If there's any other questions, once again, don't forget you call in for your springtime update. Is that you all, there's only one donation fee, service fee for your wellness consultations and to find you the best top-notch products for yourself that I can provide for you concerning any conditions that you all have. That's also include your referral fees or anything that most people separate all of those fees, you all, because that way they want to feel that they're getting paid for their time. Me, because I love what I do, and that's helping others in this field and helping to direct you in different places, I like to still promote what we have. This is one of the forms or one of the pamphlets that we have, for instance, that you can get for hormonal balancement and heart conditions, neurotransmission um, uh, conditions with weight loss, all of that. We have tests now that can be sent off to you all, and you get back the test results. All you have to do is call in. They usually don't take no more than between 5 to 7 days for you to get those test results back. As some will tell you, possibly in this chat, that the lines of communication is open for you when you place in for your first wellness checkup. Then you automatically get the direct contact to me. Okay. So you're going through just to basically you're texting in to the 618-388-8100 number just for me to know what kind of service that you want. So if you guys, some have been calling and wonder, oh, why come I can't get in? Keep calling, keep calling. It's still line. It's not going to be other foreigners and other people answering the phone. It's going to be me. I'm the one that's going to see your call. So you keep calling, and if you're referred by any of the clients that's tuning in now and later, then make sure you let me know who your referral is too, because that helps them as well with the services that I provide for them to get extra things as well. So I appreciate you all, and I'm almost at the wire, y'all. We off the wire. I said with your wellness healthy hour. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Tyra, I'm doing good. It's like, you have any questions, Tyra? I know you normally loaded with some. Go ahead and give it to me, and then let me know how's your mom doing today. Can I get a little brief update that is not too personal? And if you don't feel like it and you want to wait until your products come through, that's fine. Mom as well. Thank you so much. Yes, great, great, great. All right. And how about yourself? How are you coming along with the energy wise? The energy wise, are you doing okay with the energy? Because I know you do a lot of work and you do. I often say it. I want to say the shout out to all you all that help take care of your mothers, your elders, um, because it's a very important, serious task, and it can be very demanding. So I want to acknowledge those of you all that have been caregivers like myself for years and years, and those who are in the beginning stages of it, because you do have to have a heart. You do have to be in a good place to do good caregiving for someone. And I take calls for that too when the as they say, when the going gets tough and you feel like giving up, throwing up your hands, but you're the only one that can do the job. I'm here for that too. To have that call too, because we all we got, y'all. We are all that we have. And good people, loving people, caring people are really hard to find today. And I think we all know that tune in that we have more and more people that showing signs of not being well within the past, since 2020, and we know why. Um, Due to lack of information and due to not knowing, due to the pressure and cares of life, so many millions made the decision that was not the wisest for them for many different reasons. And now the consequences of that decision, that major decision for as our health and wellness is concerned, has had a horrific effect on their wellness of themselves and their loved ones. And the fact that now it's just now coming out more and more information. There are those who've been sued, there are those who've been thrown under the bus about these experiments that they've been doing on us from the beginning of time, it seems like. Or at least some would say within the last past thousands of years, you know. Some would say 6,000 years, whatever the time frame is, we've been experimented on. I'm going to say that. And when the experimentation doesn't go well, then you have myself and a few other that's here trying to make sure that we find out what all we can to help make your life a little better, because we know that our health is our wealth, and wealth to me starts within the mind. You are more of what you are when you're able to think in a healthy way. You are more greater. You are your best you when you feel well. When you when you are well, it helps you to think well. Thank you. It's okay to give the elderly um, sauerkraut. I make it for my mom and blend it in her salad using Redmond real salt, red cabbage, onions, and beets. Woo, that's powerful. You know you be coming up with some concoction, sisters, and you know that chef and me. Oh we. But I'm gonna tell you this, because of the sauerkraut being loaded with its own acid and sodium, you would never have to use, even though Redmond salt is one of the top of the lines best grades of salt with iodine. I don't recommend you to ever use salt in mixing with the sauerkraut. Is that I make it for the mom and blend it in her salad. Yeah, if you have sauerkraut, you never have to use any extra salt because it's salty within itself. You don't, and if you think about it, that tang, that's still a level of sodium that's inside of the sauerkraut, and you don't have to mix it with any other cabbage because that's still a form of that's in the cabbage family. That's what it is. It's like marinated. Um, canned jarred cabbage. That's what sauerkraut is. And so, as good as it could sound, I would be concerned. I would be careful with the salt intake. That's why I would be the onions, beautiful beets. I've never mixed the beets with the sauerkraut or with the cabbage, but it most definitely would be excellent for your blood food and the nitrogen. For as energy is concerned, that would be excellent. I make the sauerkraut myself with the Redmond raisin. I just want to know now. Just for those of y'all that don't know, we gonna let you know this is my god sister. That we gonna give her god sister props. I'm gonna get you. You know, say, look, and look, those of y'all that's tuned in and those who haven't, we say we almost down to 5 minutes. Look, I'm gonna get you. You know good well you do not have to add no salt to no sauerkraut. Where you get all that seasoning from? Look, don't make me put on my grandmama hat. Get you. You must not be using that much sauerkraut. If you wanna, if you feel like you, what? I mean, I'm just trying to figure out. Yeah, yeah. When I call you, when you get your stuff in the mail, oh yeah, I'm gonna call you. I'm making myself. I get it. Oh, okay. You're saying that you jar your own sauerkraut. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying. Because I was going to say when you say I blend it, I'm thinking you talking about that you're taking the jarred one and just mixing it in and then adding salt to it. Okay. Well, go with your bad self. I'll get you. I'm like, wait a minute now. How you gonna have to add some red salt? You know I'm gonna look. I'm like, wait a minute. You're gonna add no salt to no sauerkraut. Okay, no, you're doing good. You're doing good. You're doing real good then. Yeah, let me know how that tastes. You might get look. You done started something because I have not been making my own sauerkraut. Because cabbage is good for some. Remember, I've shared with you all about the blood type. It's good for some. But for others, they may not need as much iron because it is loaded with iron. So if you want to iron supplementation, I've learned and I paid attention. And make sure you consult your physician, whoever that is, or your wellness person, to make sure that your iron level is not too high, that is regulated, because it is high, as you know, the cabbage and the cabbage and sauerkraut. That's the one of the number one um, minerals that it's loaded with is iron. So you can't overdo it. Make sure you keep that in moderation, and that you don't do it every day. Unless you are severely anemic, at that time I recommend other things that you can try outside of having to take that in, like spinach. There's other foods that you could take in to get your iron from, so that you can diversify your food intake and your real food intake. So thank you so much, Sister Tyra, for that. That was very helpful. I wanted to make sure that I answered questions. You guys helped me out there. And I told you all, please make sure that you call in. It's in the chat to the 618-388, or text in to number, those you all that have the 314-705 number. Please utilize that for your direct contact. If you've already had your consultation and you've already placed orders, then you can via text and get bypass that process for those you all that are already clients and those that I have serviced in the past. So utilize that 314 number if you have it, the one that starts at the 314-705 number. However, via text, in order to get through, so that I know who you are, the 618-388-8100 number, or you can email me. Once again, I'll put the email in before I leave, because I have two, the Dr. Chef Health and Wellness at gmail.com. And then also I have the Dr. Chef 1798 at gmail.com. If you want to email me, it's a little slower sometimes, I admit, because I get a lot of mail, you all. So bear with me. I don't have an assistant for this one, but I'm getting ready to put it in the chat bar before I leave. I enjoyed this segment with you all, and look forward to having more segments at the same time, anywhere between 6:30, 6 to 6:30, no later than 7 o'clock is what I aim for, or when I could come in for you all. You all know, put in your notification, turn on your notification on YouTube, and then it'll let you know when I'm on live. All right. Okay, and give you guys that one. And then I'm going to put in the other one that you all can, that's the longer one, Dr. Chef Health and Wellness. That's the one that you all are most used to. For those of y'all that don't mind typing in longer things. I don't, so I can't believe that I did it, but I did it, you all. That's the reason why I had the secondary. Please don't forget to put your name in there so I know who it is that I'm speaking to, because you'll be surprised. Sometimes I get texts, a lot of texts, and people forget some type of way, they forget their name. This is Blase Blase, and I would like Blase Blase, or calling for consultation or wellness session, or to place the order. Do it, just keep it simple for yourself. And then I have those you all that are so smart, you know how to bypass, and those who want to give a donation. I accept all forms of donation, because it always helps me to be able to cover small things that I need. I do still have the Cash App, still the same. Cash App has changed some, so I have not been able to change like I wanted to, my name on there to just the Dr. Chef. I'm working on that. Yes, it is 2 F's in there, and make sure you capitalize the A. And yes, it's in the last name is still in there as the old last name for now. But underneath my Cash App, you all know it's my face is there with my hair wrap, and then my legal name, Felicia Ann Hill, is still there. There you go. That's my cash app. And you can still, if you want to donate in any other way, I do have access to for you all to be able to do that in all forms of um, any kind of card that you have, even American Express, where you can send donations. Those help for those who call in, may not be able to afford. It helps me to be able to send out certain things to them sometimes, usually our elders, for um, shipping and handling. Sometimes this may be a little short. If I have that extra rolling over, then that helps me with that. I'm still working on the foundation for my daughter because I want a certain amount. And I did not do a GoFundMe. I did not. And I'm not going to use the homeless or children to try to get those funds, or those funds can go to stay 100% with them. Uh, I'm not going to go through all that. I only want those to give that have the heart to, and that believe that I am practicing what it is that I'm coming for you all to do, and that is to share good health and wellness information for you, and to hopefully prayerfully keep you all encouraged to take care of yourself. So that, remember my theme for 2026, so that we remember not to be sick in 2026. All right, y'all, that's my time. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. Don't forget to get your information from in the chat online. It's right at my hour of power of our Healthy Wednesday. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I love you all, and please take care of yourself. Call in to be able to get your wellness checkup for you and your family, and take care of yourself. Bye bye.